Sorry about that. Not wet. I should be able to not.
It would still make it easier, wouldn't it?
Sure.
You don't have to work away on that. This one too.
Well, you might end up being my monitor here, John. It's saying I have to update my YouTube. It's crap. That stinks. Hello, gang. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to me. Hey, my name is Dan. Good to meet you. I used to broadcast a lot. Then I got old and I quit. I'm just kidding. I didn't quit on purpose. It's quite the accident. But speaking of quitting and starting over, there we go. You will see the new title. Oh, and I forgot my clapper. It's around here somewhere. Like, hang on, I'm going to turn my, so you don't get echoed. You don't need to hear me 3 times, that's for sure. Forgive me, I'm trying to get my monitor going. If it's not going to play, if it's not going to play well, then I'll just quit. Anyway, new title, Dan's Art Adventure. So it's, obviously, it has not been a daily art adventure for nearly a year. So one of you smart people, forget who it was, suggested, hey, why don't you just call it Dan's Art Adventure, and then you can keep the same number. So I thought that was a great idea. Forgive me again, I'm going to see if I can get my monitor lined up. Now, all my old equipment is complaining. Everything needs updating. All right, I'm gonna try that. So, what am I working on? As you can see, I'm painting with rollers. I'm having great fun. I am painting a mural. This is going to be a jungle. And of course, all the marks that I'm making right now are all just part of the underpainting. And the trees, the jungle trees, will get more and more and more specific and larger and more pronounced as they come forward. I am painting a jungle for a church children's department. And there's lots and lots more to come. Give me just a minute and I'm going to take you on a quick tour of the work that I've already done. Hey, you regulars, you old timers, please give me a chat, give me a comment, okay? I want to know which of my old friends. I'm assuming I've lost all my old friends, but I want to know which ones are still going to find me. All right, just a few more minutes here. This is kind of fun though, don't you think? Painting trees with a roller. just a little while ago, we painted this wall, this rather mid-tone, neutral, bluish green. And we actually have I've lost everybody. Are you watching, Jody? You're not, are you?
I was sharing.
That's right.
Yes.
I'm back with 4 viewers now. Hey, gang. And forgive me, there's no telling how many mistakes I'm going to be making in this broadcast because true, I'm not kidding. All of my equipment that I used, when I turn it on, it says update required, you know, install new software, blah, 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 blah. So, and I'm not sure I got it all installed. I will take just a second though and show you the main photo reference I'm using for this. I am in fact going, not just on my head, but by reference. So there's more or less, except that I like this. I'm just shifting it all a little more blue. Thus, that's why this looks green and the wall is considerably bluer than that photograph. That's on purpose. All right, just a little bit more. So now I'm coming back with a light bluish color. And as you all know, the same rules, the rules of painting, same rules apply to a mural. It's just bigger, but you don't abandon all the rules. And one of the rules that I'm keenly aware of right at the moment is when painting trees, when painting a lot of things, but trees count, painted in layers. That's what you see me doing here, and go light, dark, light, dark, light, dark. So that's what you see me doing. I was doing the trunks are the dark color, and now I'm doing the lighter blue in between. And then I'll come back with dark and back with light and so on and so on and so on and so on. Layers and layers and layers. Like as normal, I expect when this jungle is finished, it'll probably be approximately 10 to 12 layers of paint. Layers of paint doesn't quite say it. It's not like glazing a donut. It's not like making a candle, you know, each layer gets thicker. I don't mean layers, but there'll be 12 stages, 12, just a guess on my part, I don't know, 12 phases, as opposed to, I imagine the way some non-artists or beginner would think, you know, you paint that tree, then you paint the one next to it, then you paint the one next to it, and 123 years later, you finish the last tree, which is about how long it would take if you did it that way. So we don't do it that way. We paint layers, of course, starting very abstract, as you see that I'm doing here. Dark light, dark light, dark light, dark light. Well, that's good enough. Let me take you down the hall. I got a surprise for you. We got a lot more done than I'm letting on at the moment. I've been meaning to do a broadcast for some time. It's been kind of challenging. Sorry, Jennifer. I'm trying not to violate people's private lives.
Coming this way.
All right, let me set the part of the mural that's already finished. I'll show you some up close in a minute, but that wall's about 45 feet long, 10 feet long, and 10 feet high. So let in the valley come out like this. It's going to be. There we go. Let me lower my camera down and take another view. My buddy Luke have been painting like crazy for several. Young man, like 39-year-old. So it's going to go right there. Original stuff started. The sun rays. There will be a waterfall down there. All right. Now here's units that we've already made. Let me talk about that for just a minute. Looks quite a bit like, but this is the product concrete, three-dimensional, and there will also be straight up to the ceiling, so coming out from the wall. So it'll be of a church here in Raleigh, and I've had a lot of fun. Let me show you what else. There's Jody. He's trying to be quiet and not let you know he's here, but he's actually my boss man on this job. You probably missed him, didn't you? Okay, let's see if I can figure out why we're broadcasting. We probably have a choppy broadcast going on. Do you know, Jody?
It was, but I thought maybe it was.
Is it stopping and starting? Yeah, no, it's bad signal here in the building. That's a bummer. All right, so I pointed out a little while ago that place where Chi was going to go. This is the making of that tree. Here are two more rock formations, two more units, again, made out of styrofoam. If you look, take it down for just a second. If you look way back there, at the back of the room, you can see a whole bunch of styrofoam. It's 10 feet tall, 3 by 4 foot blocks, stuff like that. That tent back there is where we've been doing most of our messy work. The cement application, it's a mess in there. I might show you in there, but maybe not. Anyway, and this is a tree, so this shows you, this is styrofoam cut with hot wire and then melted with, some of you saw my mistake yesterday. I didn't mean to broadcast that video at all. Sorry about that. I got and it melts the styrofoam very nicely. Then we applied a homemade recipe of joint compound concrete and chemical reactant. I thought I might do just one more kind of fun thing in this broadcast before I go. I don't know how many of you have done faux fabrication or set design, but most people who do set design I've discovered, are very creative, and they're always making up new stuff. So this is me making up new stuff. I have here coffee grounds. I put them out on this paper a little while ago to dry. And put them in a little bowl. And I was thinking I would do this with epoxy, and I probably still will, but I don't have epoxy here with me today. I didn't know I was going to do this, but I do have acrylic medium. Now tell me this isn't fun. So part of what makes me think this is going to work is at my house for the last, I don't know, 3 or 4 years, I read that coffee grounds were good fertilizer for your houseplants. So for 3 or 4 years, almost every batch of coffee we've made, I've taken the coffee grounds and put them in the houseplants. The only reason I'm telling you that is because it is so far it's never mold, no mildew, and it's still a beautiful dark brown. That is the coffee grounds. So I'm thinking that they're pretty good, that it's a pretty stable substance. So what I've just mixed it with acrylic medium, as you saw, and I have over here couple different products. You can watch me experiment here. I haven't even tried this. I didn't even try this, off camera before I went ahead and started it. So let me find a place. I have two different kinds of moss here. That pile came in a little bag like this that somebody bought for me at a Dollar Tree, dollar store. And this is, I believe, real moss. It looks like real moss, and that costs $1. Then this pile over here, somebody else bought, is actually Spanish moss. And this is definitely real Spanish moss, but it was this color in the bag, and that was purchased at Michael's craft store. It was quite a bit more expensive than that, but quite a bit more of it. Anyway, and a little while ago, I doused this in acrylic paint, and I just realized I am getting green paint on my rock there. I don't want to do that, so hang on just a second. I need this. I need something damp. Otherwise, acetone. All right. So much for doing stuff without rehearsal, right? All right. So this is what I'm thinking. Now, all of this stuff is going to be climbed upon by children, right? This is children's church. This is the whole wing of the building, of course, dedicated to children. Oh, good. Thank you. So we have a slight greenish tint to that, those rocks over there. So I'm going to take my coffee ground dirt mixed with acrylic medium. Now, and as I was saying, this stuff's going to be climbed upon by children, so I can't put moss, all over the place. Artistically, I would like to, because it would be beautiful, but it would just be ground down to nothing in a matter of weeks by the kids. We want all of this stuff to be more or less kid-proof, that the kids can climb on it and so on. We don't want to drive mothers crazy saying, "No, Billy, no, Billy." I don't know why I pick on Billy, but deal with it. So I'm thinking moss crammed in the corners, and again the coffee grounds, they look kind of weird right now. They look a little bit bluish. Truly, they have a little blue cast to them. That's because of the pick it up with my fingers. I'm learning. I think maybe I'll put on rubber gloves, latex gloves, to do this in the future. Oh, say the word, and the latex glove god shows up. Otherwise known as Jody, who's standing behind the camera, not saying a word. We'll fix that in a minute. Oh yeah, this is much better. Much better. So if this doesn't look like fun to you, you're not an artist. Isn't that fun? So I'll see what all this looks like tomorrow when I come back, tomorrow morning. Anyway, I certainly hope that this broadcast is the beginning of a new era. I hope I'll be back on the air, not every day, but frequently. And if I am, I suspect that the new era, the Dan's Art Adventure, will be actually more diffuse than it was when I was doing the Daily Art Adventure, because my life is more diffuse now than it was at that time. I'm doing a lot more music. Many of you have said, "When are you going to show it? When are you going to shoot?" Yeah. I will be. I'm sure I'll be broadcasting my music, maybe even my practicing, maybe my writing. Anyway, but we'll all find out together. But I do hope that the long desert of broadcasting is over. I'm going to go ahead and use up all the rest of my coffee grounds. So again, my theory is that when this dries, it'll be very hard, right, from the acrylic medium. And I may switch over to epoxy. So it'll look like dirt in the cracks. And then, of course, little bits of the mold. Hopefully not mold. Little bits of the moss there as well. And we're going to make some grass, probably vinyl strips of green grass sticking up as well. Right? Now, I know this all sounds like fun, and it is. So I hope to broadcast on this job quite a bit. It's a little bit tricky sometimes because most of the time when I'm working with other people, especially Luke and others.